vontade. Olha o outro como é que tá.
É armando, hein? Vestido do bairro.
Tá de sacanagem.
Islam Makhachev recalls the early days when he couldn't afford proper hand wraps and had to rely on regular tape. Now he says he has the luxury of using the best tape for every training session.
What story are you gonna tell me?
Coach, when I beginning,
Yes.
come to US, first time I came to US, and I saw when Luke Rockhold taped his hand before all training, all training session.
Yeah.
That time, like, I have the surgery in my hand, and I thinking I will make same every day, before the sparring, before the work review with the meets, and I calculate how much I spend money, and I think the regular tape enough for me,
Yeah.
Now I can buy it.
Now you can buy it. But you have to protect your hands, and believe it or not, I believe that you guys know better how your hand feels than the professional rapper sometimes. Because, yeah, Luke used to wrap his hands all the time.
Now I have.
So you think maybe we'll see you wrap your own hands at this UFC? Maybe? No?
There are special people, coach, who can do this better than me.
Yeah, UFC has pretty good rappers. Luke actually wrapped his hands at some of the events himself in the UFC events. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that he was wrapping his hands quite a bit. Luke?
Yeah.
Again, UFC events, yeah.
Coach Khabib Nurmagomedov is back in Dubai, pushing Islam Makhachev and Usman Nurmagomedov hard as they prepare for their upcoming fights.
22 minutes grip. 22.
22 minutes left.
22 minutes.
Left?
But it was 4 rounds, but we have to do this 22 minutes, 2 rounds. 11, 1 minute rest. 5. There was.
The leader. The coach. And me. Off.
Khabib Nurmagomedov is targeting a finish with Usman Nurmagomedov against Paul Hughes on October 3rd in Dubai.
Usman training very, very hard. He can wrestle, he can kick, he can give you knee, elbow, punch, and he's a very tough guy. Everything is different right now because of last fight.
What a championship fight!
What a fight!
Now Usman understand.
I underestimate this guy.
Of course, we will try to finish. Usman is a finisher. He have so many skills where he can finish him. I think if Usman will finish him, I think it will be great.
Khabib Nurmagomedov was seen rolling with training partners during Islam Makhachev and Usman Nurmagomedov's camp in Dubai.
Ты куда попал или как надо? Туше. Дай подпускай, туше. Здесь Хавьер тоже, Чем тоже здесь, Ахмад Док тоже здесь, Шарип тоже здесь, Идрисам. Здесь тоже пацаны пашут.
Khabib reveals his top 3 favorite fighters and admits meeting them for the first time was an emotional experience.
Who is your favorite fighter?
When I grew up, it was 2, maybe 3 my favorite fighters. When I was 16, they was on prime. It was Fedor, it was Mauricio Shogun Rua, and George St. Pierre. It was 3 guys.
Okay.
It was on prime. It
Yes.
was like UFC and Pride champions. And I was grew up watching their fights,
Amazing.
And when I meet them first, it was like very big emotional for me, because I grew up with their fights.
Arman Sarukian sharpened his skills with tough grappling rounds in Moscow as he prepared for his upcoming match this Friday against Benson Henderson. Arman Tsarukyan predicts Ilia Topuria is more likely to face Paddy Pimblett than Justin Gaethje. He argues Gaethje won't take the fight, while Pimblett makes more sense for Topuria's next defense. Tsarukyan adds that if Islam Makhachev wins the welterweight belt, Topuria will likely chase a historic third title at 170 instead of fighting him, since the bigger money and legacy lie in that path.
Каким ты видишь путь Топурии в дальнейшем? То есть вот сейчас Гейджи, возможно, ему дадут под конец года.
Нет, Гейджи не будет драться с Топури.
Это инсайт или это просто...
Нет, это мое мнение. Мое мнение. UFC может делать все, что хочет. UFC может поставить даже с дебютантом Топури. Но я думаю, что, скорее всего, это будет больше Пимли даже, чем Гейдж. Вот. Я думаю, он защитит титул. Если Ислам выиграет титул, он перейдет на 7-7 и захочет стать тройным чемпионом.
С тобой боя?
Нет, со мной боя он не захочет, так как с Исламом он больше может заработать, и риск, что он станет тройным чемпионом первый раз в истории и заработает большие деньги. И если даже он проиграет Исламу, ну типа поднялся в 7-7, сейчас обратно спускает свой вес. У него есть отговорка, если он проиграет, что он поднялся на 2 весовые категории выше.
Ilia Topuria voices support for the people in Gaza, saying he wishes for a world without suffering where everyone has food and water. He sends strength to the families affected and adds that if he could, he would stop the war immediately.
Dice, como es un asunto que ha trascendido al mundo del deporte, ¿qué piensas de la guerra de Gaza y la operación militar de Israel? ¿Serías partidario de vetar a los deportistas israelíes en las competiciones?
La verdad que nunca se puede apoyar ese tipo de causas. Nunca queremos que nadie muera en el mundo, totalmente lo contrario. Siempre queremos que a nadie le falte nada, que todo el mundo tenga agua para beber, pan para comer. Y la verdad que desde aquí a todas las familias de Gaza les mandamos todo el apoyo y estamos con vosotros, y que si yo tuviera la oportunidad de hacer algo, yo pararía esa guerra ahora mismo porque no la acepto.
Gilbert Burns believes Reinier de Ridder is the only fighter capable of beating Khamzat Chimaev. He points to RDR's elite jiu-jitsu as the difference maker, and even mentions that Khamzat's own BJJ coach agreed RDR could cause serious problems.
Well, you fought already against Khamzat.
Yes.
We think or we hope that RDR will be doing that also soon. What's in your opinion the key for him to win that fight?
I think from the whole division, I think he's the one that has more chance. The whole division, I actually had in my channel, I have a big channel in Brazil. I was talking to Chimaev's coach, jiu-jitsu coach. We fought before, and I asked, who you think is the hardest fight? And then I say, I'm gonna tell you, but then you tell me. And then he said, who you think? I think it's RDR. And then he said, me too, I think it's RDR. I have all RDR videos. He already said, I watch everything already. I think he can win. I think his jiu-jitsu is high level. I trained him a couple of times. He's very good, very long, very big. I don't know how he make middleweight. He's huge.
Khamzat Chimaev teaches students his approach to wrestling, stressing the importance of striking before shooting for a takedown. He admits he sometimes skips it himself, but advises that it's always better to set it up with punches.
We're gonna work on takedowns today. Punch, move. Out punch, never do takedown. I do sometimes, but better to don't do that. This makes mistakes, and they have more chance to counter, you know. So better to punch. When you punch, and he has to defend. When you punch, then you go I'm not like this. Here, tight. Then from here I go like this. Watch, guys. If you go with your hand, you put your hand like this, you're gonna block it. If you go like this, it's better. You're not gonna hurt. Anyway, it's MMA. You're gonna hurt something. Your body. Better to not broke. And little pain is okay.
Merab Dvalishvili previews his UFC 320 title defense against Corey Sandhagen, making it clear he isn't taking the fight lightly. He praises Sandhagen as both a fighter and a person, calling him a dangerous opponent. Merab explains he's been sharpening his striking and expects plenty of exchanges on the feet, but reminds that it's MMA, so he must be prepared for everything.
I know a lot of people think I got this fight easy, but no, definitely no, because it's a new fight for me. Corey Sandhagen is a dangerous opponent. I have so much respect him as a fighter and as a human being, you know. I'm looking for a good knockout because now I'm working on my striking, you know, and we'll see. You know, I'm working on my striking, and this fight, most it's gonna go on the foot, and you know, of course, I'm gonna exchange some punches with him, and that's the goal, you know. But same time, it's MMA fight, and we have to be ready for everything.
Merab Dvalishvili bursts out laughing after learning Kelvin Gastelum has missed weight for the 4th time in his UFC career.
Kelvin Gastelum ona çaba.
Michael Bisping sees Ilia Topuria versus Terence Crawford as a potential crossover blockbuster, noting Dana White's involvement in Crawford's last fight and Topuria's UFC status could make it happen.
And of course, we're talking different parallels here. We're talking Terence Crawford, the best boxer of his generation, okay? And we're talking Ilia Topuria, one of the hottest properties in all of mixed martial arts. So you never know. You never know. Maybe it does happen. But let's be honest, if it was to happen, it would make a lot of money. You know why? Because there would be 2 fan bases tuning in, and that's what happened with the money fight. Okay, you've got all the boxing fans, and then you've got all the MMA fans, and of course you've got Dana White in the middle. Dana just did business with Terence Crawford. Ilia Topuria is under contract with the UFC, so it's not unbelievable to think of a world where this might happen. It's just, would they make this? Would Crawford lower himself? Would he want to do that? Would he want to step in the ring with somebody like that?
Dana White reacts to Hector Sosa's win just 2 days after losing his father to cancer and motivates him, saying, "Life can be brutally unfair," but praising Sosa's mental and emotional strength to push through and get the victory. Dana White hints at the possibility of reuniting with Ariel Helwani, suggesting that it might be time to work things out and bring everyone back together.
And I would love to hear who the f is the guy that's saying, oh, they have a superstar problem. Tell me what fucking genius in the business, right? And even these boxing guys that I was arguing with 10 years ago, where the fuck are they all now?
I think I heard Ariel Helwani say it once. Dude, not this again.
So, but where are all these boxing guys 10 years ago?
I'm not trying to start shit. He said who? We just got out of the last thing with him.
How's he doing?
He's doing well.
Oh, good.
He's doing well.
Yeah.
He's upset. He's upset that the relationship is what it is with the UFC.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I'm upset about it too.
Well, maybe there's a
maybe we can figure this thing out, and we should probably all get back together.
Dana White admits he was caught off guard by the Charlie Kirk incident, especially after seeing how strongly it affected his kids, who had been regular viewers of Kirk's content on social media.
Game-changing event with Charlie Kirk. Just curious where you were when you found out, what your reaction was to it.
Yeah, I think I just woke up, and my phone was blowing up, and yeah, I was fucking blown away. I mean, especially when the video footage started coming out, and now they grabbed this kid who's a college kid. This kid hit him like that 200 yards away. It's so crazy. I was actually surprised by how impacted my kids were. My kids used to watch them on social media. My daughter, she's 19, she's in college, and she's been just destroyed over this thing for the last couple days.
So this is all we have from today's video, and hopefully you enjoyed it. Share your thoughts in the comment section, and subscribe to our channel to get more updates about the UFC encounters.